Hi there, my name is Abdul Wali and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to continue our journey into Bloom's taxonomy. As you may already know, Bloom's taxonomy is a framework that categorizes learning objectives into three domains: cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. Each domain focuses on a different aspect of learning. For example, thinking, feelings, and doing. The cognitive domain, which we discussed earlier, for that I have put the link below, you can access later, emphasizes knowledge and intellectual skills. It's about understanding and applying what you have learned. But today we will discuss about the psychomotor domain, which focuses on physical skills and the ability to perform tasks. This domain is particularly important in hands-on activities where the ability to physically demonstrate learning is key. Now let's break it down step by step using real classroom examples to help you understand each level. I have already explained the cognitive domain, so now let's focus on the psychomotor domain. This domain has several levels that represents a progression from basic physical actions to complex and creative skills. Let's go through each step with examples. There are actually seven steps of our classification of a psychomotor domain. The first one is perception. Perception actually refers to the ability to use sensory cues to guide physical activity. It involves recognizing patterns and making decisions based on sensory inputs. For example, imagine if I am teaching a physical education class, I ask a student to observe how I grip a basketball and position my body before shooting. They're using their perception skills to notice the proper teaching technique and prepare to replicate it themselves. Number second is set. Set refers to the learner's readiness to perform a task. This includes mental, physical, and emotional readiness. For example, in an art class, if I tell students to gather their pen brushes, padlets, and pens, I also ask them to mentally prepare to blend colors. They demonstrate set by being ready and in the right mindset to start painting. Number three is guided response. Guided response is about practicing our skills under guidance. At this level, learners need instructions and feedback to improve their performance. Example, in a science lab, I guide students as they use a microscope for the first time. I show them how to adjust the focus and position the slides, and they follow along step by step until they get the hang of it. Number four is mechanism. Mechanism is when learners perform skills with confidence and some degree of independence. They do not need as much guidance but still follow the basic process. For examples, in a woodworking class, a student who has practiced using a saw can now cut a piece of wood accurately on their own, though they might still need occasional reminders. Number five is complex overt response. In this level, learners can perform complex tasks with precision and coordination. They can handle variation in the process and adapt to different circumstances. For example, in a dance class, students who have mastered basic steps now perform a full routine with seamless transition between movement even when the music tempo changes slightly. Adaptation. This is the sixth number. Adaptation involves modifying skills to suit new or unique situations. Learners can creatively adjust their techniques as needed. For example, in a cooking class, a student who has learned how to bake bread adapts to to recipe to make a gluten-free version for a friend with dietary restrictions. Number 7 is origination. Origination is the highest level where learners create new skills or innovate based on their expertise. For examples, in a robotic class, a student designs and builds a custom robot that can solve a specific problem, such as sorting recyclable materials automatically. The psychomotor domain is all about actions and physical skills, from recognizing a pattern to creating something entirely new. These levels show us how learners progress from basic imitation to mastering and involving skills. As a teacher, understanding this domain helps us guide our students through hands-on learning experiences, ensuring that they gain not only knowledge but also the ability to apply it in meaningful ways. Let's strive to incorporate these levels into our lessons to make learning more dynamic and impactful. This brings me to the end of the presentation today. If you like the video, do subscribe and like the video. Thank you so much.